everyone. The invisible Black Stars squad has finally been revealed by the technical team of the Black Stars, headed by Otto. 27 men have been assembled for the tie against the Super Eagles. The first leg will be happening on March 25 at the Boyara Sports Stadium, while the second leg will be happening in Abuja. And after a couple of days where the media had mounted incessant pressure on the Ghana Football Association for the Black Star squad, it has finally been released on Tuesday with about 4 debutants making the squad for the tie, notably Dennis Odoi, who used to play for Fulham. He helped them qualify to the Premier League. Now he's with Club Bridge. He's now about 33 years of age. There's also a place for Elisha Owusu, who's also coming into the team. Muntari Kamaheni, he was called up, late called up for the game against South Africa. That was during the African Cup of Nations qualifier under CK Akano. Then there was also a place for Nuruddin Manaf for the qualifiers against Ethiopia and South Africa. Yeah. So 27 players, and plus the notable names. Kudus Mohammed is making a return. There's also a place for Osman Bukari, Yao Yebua, Joseph Edu, who made a horrendous mistake in the World Cup qualifier against Ethiopia. That got him dropped for the African Cup of Nations. Then there are also places for Abdul Mumin, Fatah Isako, and all that. So the 27-man squad has been released. But why did it take so long for the Ghana Football Association to release the squad? Barely 72 hours to kick off of the game. 3 things. First, per the explanation of some people within the football governing body, that is the Ghana Football Association, they said that they wanted to be very certain on which players are going to be available. They wanted to wait to ensure that all the injury concerns that are likely to come up are resolved so that they don't call up players and go and make other late call-ups. So on Monday, when it became very clear that some specific players were available, they decided to call them. You might have heard media reports on so many players likely to come up, the likes of Dawood and Mohamed. I also personally reported that Dawood and Mohamed's story. Then there was also the stories of Harrison Afo, which I could independently verify. There were also stories on relation to Antoine Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo indeed was called up, but he had an injury over the weekend, so he couldn't make the cut. And the FA had to readjust themselves and assemble on the players. Jordan Ayew, we understand, tested positive for COVID, so there's no certainty that he'll be available for the first leg, but there's a possibility he'll be available for the second leg in Nigeria. The second reason is a spiritual reason I don't want to touch on. You know, as Africans, we have our beliefs. And even the spiritual reasons even supersedes the technical reasons for keeping the Black Star squad. That is basically it. As their advisor, one thing you and I do not know is that they were engaged for only 2 months, which is February and March. Their agreement will end on March 31. March 31. The agreement was that they were paid $15,000 each. $15,000 for Otto. So February, March, Otto walks home with $30,000. Didi Dramani walks away with $15,000 because the agreement with him is that he will take $7,500. George Boateng will also receive $7,500. For the 2 months, that is $15,000. Their technical advisor, Chris Hilton, takes $6,000. For the 2 months, he takes $12,000. This agreement will expire on March 31, 2022. We expect Chris Hilton to be named the Black Stars coach by the first week of April. His figures, per what we know, or per what we have heard, is likely to be $80,000. He will sign a 3-year contract with the Ghana Football Association and take over from there to lead the Black Stars for the next 3 years. So if there are any changes to the Black Stars itinerary. I'll let you know. Any changes in terms of the agreement with Chris Hilton, Otto and Co. If the information becomes available, I'll let you know. I'll let it. One thing I didn't mention about the Black Stars coaching selection situation too was about the availability of the players. Some of the players, they are quite interesting people. They will tell you they will come today. When you book the ticket, they will now tell you, I'm coming next week, which is really, really difficult for the FA and the ministry to deal with. But basically, that's what has been happening behind the scenes. $15,000 per month for Otto Addo, 2 months, $30,000, $7,500. Otto Addo, George Boateng and Didi remaining $15,000 for 2 months, $12,000 for 2 months for Chris Hilton. That is the agreement. Thanks very much for your company. We always appreciate your presence here.